started for Kimari Rimmer, who got the start in Game 1, a loss right here against Cincinnati.
So much basketball knowledge on the court. It's going to be exciting. Watch them go up against each other.
Two veteran-laden squads looking for win number 1 of the 2024-2025 season. And with that, we are underway here at Credit Union 1 Arena, the 86th matchup all-time between two former Horizon League foes. Green Bay still in the Horizon League. They're the reigning Horizon League tournament champs, coming off an NCAA tournament appearance. They are in year 1 under a new regime. And the first shot of the night, how about it? We highlighted her in the open. Natalie McNeil quick off the gate with her first bucket.
She's so quick. The release is quick. She can come off the bounce. She can catch and shoot. They're going to want to get up on her and pressure her all game long. And UIC, they love defense. They're going to pressure her, but you can't let her get those shots off easy.
Green Bay has struggled through the first couple of games really on both sides. And here's a turnover for UIC, their first offensive possession. They lost by 12 here last Tuesday versus Cincinnati. And Kalia, your keys to the game for the Phoenix.
For the Phoenix, it's going to be getting out and utilizing their guards. They're not necessarily the biggest team, but they can run fast. They can be great on the perimeter as well, which is another key to the game. And once they get those guards involved, it can be a completely different ball game.
She also misses the 3 off the heel. Heady play, and that is last touch by Christian Young. It's out and will stay right here with Green Bay. On the other side for the Flames, confidence certainly something that Ashley Racy was talking about post-game last week.
Yeah, I mean, even you just see on the other side, it's mental errors, and I think a lot of that stems from being confident in this team. They've had a lot of time to spend with each other, especially over the summer. They went on a trip to Spain, and they said that they were able to build some really great team chemistry, and I think that confidence also comes from trusting each other, and Coach Racy said she just wants them to get back into the rhythm of things.
Butler drive, a good kick out to Schreiber, who hits the triple. Early 5-0 lead for the visitors. Green Bay shot under 39% last time out. Just 5 of 26 from deep against Northern Iowa in their loss. That's just over 19%. A team that is really accustomed to winning, one of the best mid-major programs in the country. Hierarchy 3 off the mark from Sarah Zabrecki, her first look of the night. Green Bay picked second preseason in the Horizon League. Out of the 11 teams there, picked behind Cleveland State, a team they beat by 24. But Cleveland State was the 1 seed in the conference tournament a year ago. Pounding defense here from UIC. Shot clock down to 10. Butler trying to take it off the dribble. Gets his screen. Good look inside. And the and one falls for Jasmine Kudrakowicz.
That was a strong defensive showing by UIC overall, being able to get them down to the last couple of seconds. But that crash allowed for an opening close to the rim, and that's what they want to be careful of, because there is some size on this team, and you want to make sure that you're shifting in the defense, getting the right reads, and it also hasn't been very loud on the UIC defensive side. They are pressuring very high, but you need to have a little bit more communication to make sure that doesn't slide.
You mentioned there's somewhat lack of size for the Green Bay side. They don't have a lot of depth when it comes to the center position. They'll go 4 big guards is kind of what Kayla Correas has called it at times, but Jasmine Kudrakowicz, not only great size, but athleticism really on both ends. Team leader at blocks by an incredibly wide margin a year ago. That'll stay right here. 7:50 to go on the first, and UIC still has not made their first field goal. It took them 3 minutes and 29 seconds to get their first point of the year last week versus the Bearcats. It took them just about 4.5 minutes to get their first field goal. So another slow start on this end. Shot clock under 10. Danielle Middleton had 10 points last time out. That led all Flame scorers. Skip to the corner and another turnover. 8-0 start. This is exactly how Green Bay was drawing things up for week 2 of the college basketball season. They were really, it was a baptism by fire. When you start the year, it's not only a day game in the Little Apple in Manhattan against the top 15 foe at Kansas State, who's big preseason to win the Big 12, but also an education day with a couple of thousand kids in attendance. That was a tough one. They never led, but a team that is not used to being 0-2 very often.
And they're definitely here to not go 0-3. I mean, you can just tell the intensity that they've come out with against UIC, and UIC has yet to match it just yet.
Just the second time this century they've been off to an 0-2 start as a big and needed 3 goes from Micaiah Williams, who's got that smooth stroke A 6-footer in her second season after she came over from Marquette.
Williams was their leading scorer last season. I'd like to see her get going. She wasn't as hot in their last matchup against Cincinnati, but she can be such a dynamic player. I mean, you look at her length and her ability. She can be the forward. She can be a point. She can be a guard. They need to utilize her a little bit more.
Great matchup all night long as Jada McLeod gets the best of Jasmine Kotrakowicz. So Williams got the start instead of Rimmer, showing why here early on. And back-to-back buckets, another triple. This one for Christian Young, known more as a facilitator than a scorer, so that's big for her early on here in the first quarter.
Absolutely. I mean, and just seeing her get back on defense, I think if UIC can see a couple more of those fall in, it's going to get them going. But again, as you stated, it's taken them a little bit to get back into these games. They're trying to trust each other again. They're still going through their systems. Again, they're all seniors, but they all come from different backgrounds, still learning to play together. But if they can see a couple more of those falls, it can be a really great ball game.
Sandra Frau Garcia comes in the wet sub for UIC. 3 subs come in already for Green Bay. Sound that goes pretty deep. Not only those 5 veteran starters, but they have 2 more seniors that come in off the bench. I think they brought in 3 transfers as well. And under a new regime, they were able to maintain every player on the roster, which is incredibly rare these days. There's the athleticism from Middleton, who's off the mark too strong. Stays right here. Second chance up and down for Jada McLeod, and we're all knotted up. 8-0 run for Green Bay. UIC responds accordingly.
McLeod is going to be key in terms of rebounding. This is a team that there is, again, not a bunch of size on their end either. You want to see McLeod get those puts back.
Right. What a great pass from Maya Meyer to slip that down to Jenna Geyer. Right, get some size off the bench at 6'2", the redshirt junior from Circle Pines, Minnesota. Green Bay side. A lot of players on this roster from the state of Wisconsin and Minnesota. There's the first lead of the night for UIC. Danielle Middleton feeling it early.
That was smooth. That was a pretty shot.
I like how you went right into it. Called her a baller out of the game. That's exactly what she is. She's got some of the best athleticism and the best, one-on-one take ability of anybody who's going to see the court for either side tonight. Dyer taking it off the dribble. Bumped away by McLeod. Middleton sprinting out the other way. UIC now all of a sudden looking to add to a 1-point lead. Williams tees up another triple. Bullseye. It's the Flames by 4.
2 Chicago natives as well. I mean, I was at the Windy City Bulls media day not too long ago, and Javon Freeman Liberty said that Chicago's the mecca of basketball, and I think that just exemplified it right there.
6-0 run over the last 30-plus seconds for UIC. They now hit their last 3 shots as well. Green Bay in a little bit of a need of a response, so they find it. Got the deficit in half. 3 more subs coming in. Next whistle, it looks like, for Kayla Karius' side. Now Garcia gets stuck. Good tight interior bounce pass to McLeod, who gets the friendly roll.
That was a fantastic steal by McLeod. You see how she utilized her elbows to get around, tuck her behind, and get the shot off. That's exactly the type of post move that you want to see out of her.
Just what it felt like, deja vu for UIC. You keep in mind, last time out at home, boy, what a theft here. On-ball defending at its finest from Sandra Frau Garcia. Trying to spin a couple of great jerseys. This is a great find to a wide-open Williams. Is the last person you want to leave right now. Second effort. And an easy bucket for Sarah Zabrecki on cleanup duty. UIC.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can just see what they've accomplished over the years. I mean, even here, they beat UIC the past 50 times, a 47-3 record. But they have been such a powerhouse in the Horizon League for years. Used to play UIC in the Horizon League. And you can just see the consistency of this program has proven time in and time out. And there's some competitors.
They have won 28 straight meetings between Green Bay and the Flames and the Phoenix. It's just the second time, like I said earlier, this century they've started 0-2 the last time. They made the NCAA tournament, so it was still a sound year by the end of it. Butler misses the 3. Good box out here for Kimari Rimmer, who's back in the game after coming in off the bench. That was 2018 when they started 0-2. Went 22-10, 15-3 in conference play. Rimmer wasted no time finding her first shot. Here's LU, who was really a spark off the bench, had some clutch shots, especially in the second half of that game versus Cincinnati. UIC up by 5. LU with the shot fake. Drives down the baseline, and she will head to the free throw line.
That's a great move by LU, but also this UIC team trying to get into the paint more. You don't want to force those perimeter shots. They are a great perimeter shooting team. However, they do best when they're getting into the lane and creating opportunities for themselves or getting in, kicking out. You saw Kimari Rimmer trying to shoot that three-pointer. Again, great shots for her, but you want to make sure that you're still getting into the lane. Especially at her size, you want to see her down low.
LU was the only flag to hit multiple threes in their opener. Wisconsin transfer in year 2 in the Windy City. Came off the bench at all 34 last year. Terrific free throw shooter. Shot 86%. Only missed 3 times. It was 18 of 21 a year ago. And Sky Dempsey-Tony comes in for the first time. She will replace Jada McLeod, who takes a quick breather.
I think one of the most interesting things about the Flames is that they press the entire game. So they have to be in such fantastic shape to be able to do that. But it really has thrown off this Green Bay team just a little bit to start us off. You don't really see that as much.
Callie Genke, that's exactly what she brings off the bench. The Horizon League 6th Player of the Year. Quick trigger. She is dynamite from beyond the arc.
7 of 13 from field in the first 2 games and 12 points in the last game, and 6 of 10 from 3 already this season.
It was a 12-2 run prior to that triple going down for Green Bay. LU gets double teamed. Great defense, and it's going to be a jump ball. Drakowicz dives in there. It'll stay right here.
I want to see the Flames move the ball a little bit quicker. There's been a couple too many dribbles each time and each possession that they've had so far. You want to move the ball, especially with this Green Bay team. They're going to press up on you, and they're going to cause some disruptive offense.
Shot clock under 5. Got to get one up. The buzzer goes off. It will be a turnover and a shot clock violation. That's the 4th turnover already for UIC. Green Bay's got 3. This is the look, as you said, that UIC likes to be in, whether it's off a turnover or off a made basket. They like to press the length of the floor. By times, actually, Bracy said that her guards, who are as quick as any guards in the Valley, were getting out a little bit too far. They got burned on some layups against Cincinnati. So we thought maybe they'll sit back a little bit more, at least in the half court. Hasn't been the case to this point. Rare miss at the rim for McNeil. Looking to push with Aaron Freeman. Freeman gets into the lane, got a defender in the air. That's going to be a travel, back-to-back turnovers.
An error there for UIC, but I liked how they got out into transition. I think they've been a little bit lax when it coming off of defense. You want to get out and you want to get in front of this Green Bay team so they don't set up in their defense because, again, they are a very disruptive defense. They're up all on you, and they're all overall a very strong team. Again, not a lot of size, but they're very disruptive. They're small. They can move. So you want to get out in front of them and create some opportunities.
You know, Green Bay is going to have a point of emphasis on that side of the floor tonight, giving up just over 80 points per game, and a field goal percentage of just south of 51%. A lot of that coming in the game versus Kansas State, one of the best teams in the country. Lefty look at the rim for Schreiber, who missed it, and then hit the deck. Rob Garcia, good skip into the corner. Eric Freeman, the Coastal Carolina transfer. Back-to-back skips. Good movement on this side for UIC. Wide open is Dempsey-Tony, and she connects on another 3. Already the 4th of the opening quarter for UIC.
Not a huge three-point team, but when you see your bigs getting out on the perimeter and she has a wide-open shot, I mean, why not?
Should note during that media timeout, Kristen Young's 3 from earlier, about the 6.5-minute mark, was changed. They looked at it. Her foot was on the line. It became a 2, so that's how we came out of the break with UIC at 17, not 18. Schreiber gets the rebuttal. And Green Bay back within 4. And they get the turnover. Maya Meyer, the Eastern Illinois transfer, trying to go coast to coast. How about the D at the rim from Rimmer?
Rimmer, the rim runner, really. But you don't want to be sloppy with the ball. Again, this is a team that's going to play you very tight. You got to be careful with those sort of passes. But great job by Rimmer getting back and creating that defensive play.
UIC gets just about hold for the final shot. Dempsey-Tony with the turn on the soft finish. They went quickly. They do get the deuce to fall. UIC's hit 7 of their last 9 shots. Here's a turnover. A chance to add to the lead at the buzzer. And Aaron Freeman does just that. 8games.com. Sports Center, just a little bit west of Meeks Family Fieldhouse, the home of fellow Missouri Valley side and the Evansville Purple Aces. Next up, alongside Kalia Butler at Kalia. great start for Green Bay. What did you see from UIC as they end the quarter on what was ultimately a 26-10 spurt?
I think that could really be the spark for them. Again, it takes them a little bit to get into the game, but I think ending on that at the quarter gives you a sort of energy like, hey, we're in this. We can do this. And, again, you're playing on your home court. There's a good amount of energy in this arena today. I think the Flames can get going.
Schreiber trying to get to that left hand, got stripped, but did get fouled, and it was on the way up, so it will be a trip to the free throw line. Finished that opening 10 minutes with 6 points. That's tied for a game high. Her and Micaiah Williams. There's a look at Kayla Karius. Spent 4 years as a player at Green Bay. She's a local legend, former Horizon League Player of the Year in 2011. First year at the helm, replacing Kevin Borsep, who over 800 wins overall in his career. 2 different stints spanning the likes of 21 season with the Phoenix. And that's why Kari is only the 4th head coach in program history, which just seems wild.
And the first head coach that's actually an alumni of the school as well. And you had mentioned earlier that she had only gone back one time before she came and was the head coach. So what a full circle moment for her. And being able to have that firsthand experience and be able to go coach women that she was right on that court at some point herself.
Moving screen goes against Christina Elu. Yeah, Coach Karius has to take another look at it. That foul away from the ball from the shoulder into Maddie Schreiber. It took a moment before the game in the locker room as Bailey Butler aggressive, and she'll go to the free throw line this time as the foul goes against Taryn Freeman. But took some time in the locker room prior to their home opener last week. Her first game there as the head coach. Said it felt like she was just back at home on a packed Saturday afternoon in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Game didn't go their way, but for her, it was her family in attendance and a welcome back for someone who was inducted into the Green Bay Athletics Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023. I mean, that's how much of a local legend she was. Won 4 league titles in the Horizon League, made 3 NCAA tournaments. I mean, she is really the table setter, and what a great person to have guiding this team under what is a first-year head coach for her, at least in her time at Green Bay, last 2 years as the head coach at South Dakota. Green Bay will reload after the offensive rebound. Butler with the shot fake, trying to work it inside, and does, but boy, hitting the friendly roll. It looked like it was too strong for a second, but Callie Genke gets her second field goal.
UIC is getting beat defensively right now. They're not shifting like they usually do, and this is a very strong defensive team. However, it comes down to the communication aspect of things. They're not very loud on defense, and they're getting beat in the back cuts.
Middleton trying to work a 2-player game with Dempsey Tony. They're working around that direction. Dempsey Tony on the block trying to get to that right hand. It does. Left it short. Gets it right back. And that's going to be a foul.
You can see it getting a little chippy out there right now trying to grab that rebound. But UIC still trying to find a little bit of momentum right now. But again, rebounding is going to be key, especially if you have some size in the paint that you want to utilize. And creating shots for each other. They're a team that's really key on playing unselfish basketball. You want to move the ball. You want to see the next open woman.
Genke picks up the foul, reaching before she got some ball. Green Bay wanted a jump ball, didn't get it. The deficit's down to 1 possession, though, for the Phoenix. Middleton trying to go to work against McNeil. Great matchup here. Freeman drives the lane. Oh, a great layoff at the last second, but Dempsey Tony misses the bunny. And Green Bay is really starting to push the pace now. Schultz got stuck, though. Works through the double team. And it'll stay with Green Bay. Shot clock at 20.
I think something really interesting that Coach Karius has mentioned is, you know, everybody says practice how you play, but she said that their practice really sets the foundation of what they do. And just watching some of their videos, their practices look hard. I don't see a single woman that's on the team that is not completely winded after those practices, but you can just tell by how hard they play on the court.
Schreiber, that's a tough shot, high level of difficulty. Middleton goes to the floor. Green Bay's bench shouting for a travel. They don't get it. UIC racing out the other way. Now Garcia gets walled off. Ashley Bracey in her 3rd year. 37 wins combined in year 1 and year 2. That's as many wins combined as the Flames had in the prior 7 years to her coming to the Windy City. Another friendly roll. That seems to be early and often so far for UIC tonight.
Williams just has so much length, so her ability to get inside of the paint, turn around, get that shot off. Her arms are so long you can get over the defender, but she is going to be very key in this UIC offense. And again, it comes down to sort of that ball movement, getting out in front in transition, moving the ball, and finding opportunities.
Williams up to 8 points. That's tied for a game high as this reach-it goes against Aaron Freeman. Off the mark on the triple is Schreiber, elected by Micaiah Williams. Williams really been looking for her shot, finding a whole lot of success. Defended here by Maddie Schreiber, trying to take her off the dribble. Gets to that left hand, can't hit the bucket, but she will head to the free throw line. Chance for her to become the first player into double figures tonight.
It's a great drive by Williams, being able to come off, get her hand on the defender a little bit to create some space. Didn't fall for her on the left, but again, that's what you want to see from her. She can get into the driving lanes, and she can be very successful. You want to see how she does it. You want to get yourself to the line overall, but Williams in general has been such a key player for them as well, especially last season. She wants to repeat that this season.
Led the team with just shy of 13 points per game a year ago. It's the first at Ankin Law. Their attorneys understand the challenges Chicago is faced with dealing with the legal issues involving workers' comp, personal injury, wrongful death, slip and fall, and motor vehicle accident cases. As the official law partner for the UIC Flames, they are here to help. Sit back, no good. You can visit AnkinLaw.com or call 312-6-million for more information. The lead sits at 6 for UIC. Scoring drought of a little over 2 minutes now for Green Bay after they started this second quarter with a couple of buckets consecutively. Foul starting to pile up. That is number 5 for UIC.
And that's all about just moving your feet, getting back on defense, which I think is key for them. Again, some of them are running back, especially since they played such high-pressure defense the entirety of the game. But you want to make sure if you're getting beat, you go and sprint back so you can get set and others aren't scrambling for you.
The Green Bay now in the bonus is Bailey Butler, senior guard from South Lane, Wisconsin. Led the team in minutes played last year, also with steals and assists. She does a lot of the little things. Has led the Horizon League in assist-to-turnover ratio in back-to-back years. Was a third-teamer in the Horizon League last year. You know, it's quite the luxury to have so many veterans for both these sides. They have so many leaders on the court, either vocally or by example. Bailey Butler described as one of those lead-by-example type players. As Williams misses the three. No chance for an offensive rebound this time. But when she speaks, it sounds like everybody listens. She really picks her moments. Selective when being the voice that needs to be heard in the huddle, but she has everybody's ears when she does so.
And you love having those floor leaders, especially when you have 6 years on your team. Somebody that you can look up to that's been in these positions that tells you exactly how to get it done.
There's the strength from Natalie McNeil at all 5'8". Such an incredible interior rebounder for an undersized guard.
She is leading in rebounds for the team since this past couple of games for them, and you can tell it's just those put-back moments that she really does best. 6.8
rebounds per game last year. Great look ahead, and we are all knotted up as the layup is good for Maddie Schreiber. What a response here from Green Bay in the second quarter.
It just seems like a little bit of a lack of energy from the UIC side, or wanting to get back on defense and create or get stops and then turn around and create opportunities. Again, being a defensive team, a lot of your defense is going to create your offense.
Looks like a dangerous skip pass, but Sarah Zabrecki with an incredible shot for the quarter. Led the team and made three-pointers back-to-back years at 30 a season ago. UIC right back in front by 3. They are feeling it from distance, shooting 50%, 5 of 10 from the perimeter. That doesn't include, obviously, the 3 that was taken away as well.
Zabrecki said that she chose the number 3 because she makes threes, and clearly she wasn't lying.
Makes sense, right? Well, here's number 3 on the other side, Maya Meyer. That will be a shot clock violation. Green Bay wants 1 second back on the clock, and it looks like they might get it. We'll take another look. Two more steps coming back in for Ashley Bracey's side. Williams and Dempsey Tony hit the bench. 1 second. And an air ball on the alley-oop attempt with Natalie McNeil on the other end.
It was a good attempt. You got the shot off, which is key. Didn't fall, but getting the shot off was most important.
So that was a whistle at the 5-minute mark. So this will be a timeout. Green Bay had come right back and tied it. 11th run to in the Windy City. So it's a very fitting in-game trivia question. We'll have the answer for you later on. So you got to stay tuned. Well, Khalil, this probably hasn't been exactly the game script we would have guessed coming in. Green Bay shooting 50%, UIC shooting 57%. But an offensive clinic on both ends. Green Bay has stepped up the defense, though, a little bit more so here in quarter number 2. As McLeod drills a straight-on 3, and that doubles the lead back up to 6.
McLeod can be very key for this offense as well, as you see her get into it. If she gets into the rebounding putbacks, and she can be a perimeter shooter as well. She's an overall threat, especially at her size. And again, with Green Bay crashing so hard, you're going to have some opportunities, and you're going to have to leave it to whoever to shoot the ball. Jayna McLeod helped force that turnover on the other end as well. Tonight, her 110th start at UIC. Career shoots under 25% from 3, but in her last look, keeps this alive as it's picked up by Zabrecki. McLeod's also up at over 700 rebounds with her 2 boards tonight. Been an eventful night. She gets to the free throw line at any point tonight. She'll have attempted over 600 in her career, too. Been doing it for a long time. Top 10 program history of points and rebounds. That's a real tough look, close hit from Rimmer. But UIC doing a great job of exactly what Kayla Karius was worried about, which is crashing the glass and really hitting the offensive rebounds hard. 6-0 run after Green Bay had tied it up. That'll be a foul on the floor drawn by Kudrakowicz. They are in the bonus, remember, that's number 6 against UIC. Green Bay is a very fast team. They play very quickly. They move the ball very quickly. They get back on defense. They get back on offense. Overall, you can see why they are such a notable team in the Horizon League. But you want UIC to be able to respond to that a little bit. They're still very much in this game and ahead overall, but you can see them pull back a little bit in some circumstances where Green Bay is pushing forward.
Kudrakowicz goes 1 for 2. Career 71% shooter from the charity stripe. She'll check you out. Shot 87% from the free throw line in her second year at Green Bay. Now in year 5. Rimmer off the deck, trying to do it herself. And a kickball with 3:22 to go in the opening half.
I still want to see UIC have a little bit more of a flow in their offense so far. Now it just kind of seems like dribble, pass, when they can be such a strong offensive team when they're just swinging it, getting into the paint, kicking it out, especially with Rimmer going into the middle, being able to get into those driving lanes. I want to see her be a little bit more aggressive and finish at the rim.
Rimmer with the dish into the corner. That's up and good for Christian Young. A triple and an 8-0 spurt. Her first 3 was later changed to a 2. This would look like a 3, no doubt. She's in good scoring form. Her scoring's actually gone down each and every season. Fist pump and a primal roar from Daniel Middleton, who draws the charge.
Middleton has said that she always likes to take on one of the top players from the other team to just prove how much heart she has as a basketball player, and I think that is so commendable because she has so much passion and love for the game, and she wants to prove herself each time.
And it's certainly a feather in her cap that she can build the momentum with one play on either end, on that offensive side just as well as defensively with a moment just like that.
Absolutely.
Zabrecki turns it over. Schreiber able to keep that alive. A look ahead to Geyer. Might have shuffled her feet, and she did. That's a travel.
When you see Green Bay having some of these mental errors, getting a charge, having a turnover, you want to see UIC capitalize on those opportunities and create some more offense for themselves and really create some separation in this game.
No field goals in over 3.5 minutes now for the Phoenix. Middleton from deep. And she gets it to go. It's back up to a double-digit advantage for UIC.
What did I say at the beginning of the game? Excuse me. Middleton is a baller, and you can see, as you just stated, if she has an opportunity on one side defensively, she's going to go create something for herself offensively.
12-1 run. 6-0 over the last 52 seconds. The only thing not going UIC's right now is the fouls are continuing to pile up. Back to the line for Maddie Schreiber, who leads everybody with 10 points tonight. And now a perfect 3 of 3 for the charity stripe.
Schreiber has been a really key player for the Phoenix as well. Second on the team in scoring last season, averaging around 12. And she was named to the All-League second team honors last year. And she's been somebody that has stepped up offensively this season as well, behind Natalie McNeil.
Has shot better than 40% from distance in 2 of her first 3 years. Has shot better than 81% from the line in every year collegiately. So efficient from the floor, whether it's from distance, from 2, or from the line. Her head coach described her as just a nightmare to guard. She's a real tough matchup for anybody. Very versatile, too. It's the start at the 4, but she can drop down in more of a shooting guard role. It kind of just depends who else is out there with her. So the deficit back into single figures. Dangerous look inside and a turnover. Zabrecki got a hand in there. Looked like she jammed a finger, though, on her left hand. Came out shaking it. Kristen Young will pull things back. Quarterbacking this offense. Miscommunication between her and McLeod. Shot clock dwindling under 10. Kristen Young on the drive, trying to get it back to McLeod, and it's going to be a bailout foul, which is over 4 on the shot clock.
I like seeing Young pull it back, kind of see what's available to her, and then get out and get into the paint and try and create some opportunities right there. Couldn't quite find somebody to finish it off. However, if UIC can run something, score a couple more times before the end of the half, they'll feel very comfortable coming in on the second half. She
got stuck, but with 63 seconds left of the half, shot clock resets back to 20. Chantrell Clayton has entered for the first time, the freshman guard from St. Louis. And another foul against Green Bay as Micaiah Williams hit the deck. And this should be shots now for UIC. Flames fans, the newly remodeled Holiday Inn and Suites Chicago Downtown offers amenities business and leisure travelers desire. Sports fans will appreciate the proximity to UIC. Short walk for many popular Chicago attractions like the Art Institute, Greektown, the Willis Tower Sky Deck, and more. Holiday Inn and Suites Chicago Downtown is a proud sponsor of the UIC Flames. Visit them at holidayinn.com or call 888-HOLIDAY. UIC up by 11 on the backs of 8 of 13 from distance. They're now 5 of 6 from the line as well. Shooting 56% from the field. McNeil trying to post up. Turns faces. Couldn't hit the jumper, but a great second effort for Jasmine Kodrakowicz. Much needed bucket.
She just has so much length and ability to see where that rebound was going to come and get the putback. Green Bay has a really good job at reading that.
Clayton out here, her first minutes collegiately. Shot clock, game clock differential of about 8 seconds. Clayton step back. Has a contested jumper high off the backboard. Green Bay trying to push. Deficit at 9. Natalie McNeil got a defender in the air. The 3 from Geyer gets it to go right at the buzzer. Boy, it's deja vu for UIC, who gave up a 3 at the first half horn against Cincinnati.
Something about media.
Right up our alley. I would have known nothing about chemistry last week for Cincinnati, so I was very happy to not do that one because it would have been much above my pay grade, and now it's great and just right over the top.
Right. Communications it's a comfortable place for us. we like to talk, yap, if you will, as the young kids are calling it these days. We like to talk about sports. So then you combine sports, media. It's really a great combination.
Are the young kids saying yap these days?
Yeah, yapping, certified yapper, if you will.
Certified yapper, 6-point lead for UIC as we start the second half. Maximum luck, Sakulia Butler. Sarah Zabrecki with the ball here for the Flames. Looking inside for Jada McLeod at the elbow. That's it off to Williams, who's really been the dominant force on both sides for UIC to this point. Shot clock is down to 2. And right before the horn, McLeod can't get the runner to go.
Very curious to see how Green Bay responds after the halftime, especially being down, and seeing what they can get going offensively.
Down by just 6. Remember, 86th all-time meeting. They have won the last 28 and 34 of the last 35. There's a strong take. Whistle is going to go against Callie Genke, but the bucket will count, so it is a 2 up and good for Natalie McNeil.
Her ability to just stay in the paint, she did like 3 spins, but just stayed with it, and that is just something she is so good at. She's very, very resilient, and especially they want to get going in this game. They've been very consistent throughout the entirety of it, but again, this is a team that they have beat multiple times. They're already 0-2 on the season. They don't want to make it 0-3, so you're going to see a lot of that fight, especially within the paint.
All right, shot 12, it was 21. Jasmine Kotrakowicz with the foul. That's just her first of the night, though. Good look inside to the low block. Too strong at the rim. McLeod now 0 for 2 to begin the half. What a fight from Young to keep it alive. Young is just 5'5". Down low in amongst the trees, doing a solid job.
McLeod looks like she kind of got hit in the face, grabbing at her face at that last one, and got a little chippy down there in the paint. But you can tell she got to finish with her left hand strong, especially when you have an opportunity like that. But again, when you're going up against some size, it's hard to finish.
So the deck is stacked really against UIC. 2 former Horizon League foes from 2007 to 2022. Green Bay's actually undefeated up in Titletown, 44-0 in this matchup. And here in the Windy City, UIC just 5-31. Two sides looking for their first win of the season. Green Bay trying to evade an 0-3 start. McNeil with another strong try for the soft left-hand finish underhand.
That was a beautiful move. The ability to hold the ball, get it above the defender, and finish with your left hand. A fantastic move by Natalie McNeil. That's why she's been able to lead this team to start the season. Middleton
to round it out. It is 43-41. They didn't count that first bucket, so it is a 2-point game right now. Green Bay a chance to tie or take the lead. And a great look inside, but right at the rim, Maddie Schreiber can't get it. And UIC already looks like next whistle, Ashley Bracey will make a change. A couple of changes. Williams, elbow jumper, that's money.
She's so lethal in that mid-range, just being able to jab and get it off. Again, her length helps her in so many different ways.
Quite a competitive first half. You would expect the same to follow suit here in half number 2. First 2 games of the year, both at home for UIC. This is already Green Bay's second road game. Cassie Schultz can't get going. That's just her second shot. She's 0-2 from the field. A proven entity. She's a 6th-year player, proven scorer, but has struggled so far out of the gate this season. There's a kick ball, and here come a couple of subs for both sides. Schultz last year averaged just about 10 points a game, 2.5 assists per game. Career highs at both started all 34. But haven't really had to say her name much at all here tonight. Sandra Frau-Garcia, one of the 2 to check in. Williams hit the bench. Rimmer comes in. Like for like, really, is the and one. What a great out-of-bounds play. Jada McLeod back on the board.
And that's what you've been looking for from McLeod all game long. You want to see her get tough within the paint. And look at that finish with the left hand, being able to get your shot off, get to the paint, or get to the free throw line, but she has so much size and can be so strong down low. You want to see her be able to finish. She's been great on the perimeter this game, but you want to see her in that comfortable spot down low and getting those easy buckets.
There is free throw attempt number 600 of her career, make number 395, just about a 66% free throw shooter lifetime. With a grad student from a little south at Peoria, Illinois. Shriver with a nice hesitation. Faded away, though. Might have had an easier chance if she went right at the cup. Stay right here. Shot clock at 20.
You can see a little bit of shift and momentum to the UIC side. I think UIC, again, started off strong in that first half, led at the half, but they didn't have that spark that they usually have, and I think coming out in the second half, just the energy seems very different.
Lauren Westing triggered the inbounds. Someone who was not seen in that opening half. So some changes here for Kayla Karius' side, and that's a much-needed triple for Maddie Shriver, who's still feeling it. That's her fourth made bucket. She leads all scorers.
Shot 55% from the field last season. I mean, she's a lethal weapon.
The foul also went against UIC, went against Brown Garcia, so it's a 3 and the ball for Green Bay. They pulled within 4. Conversation happening here between Mark Berger and Rick White. A couple of officials. Nice lob inside. And Kadrakowicz's foul.
And she does such a great opportunity at showing those hands. She's been posting up all game long and being able to show her hands, say, hey, I'm open, didn't quite get it right there. But again, she's somebody that can really be utilized inside.
Clay Interline is that other official, the third official. 4-point game. A little momentum on the side of Green Bay right now as Butler puts it on the deck. Cut off by Frau Garcia. Great bounce pass inside, and the finish from Genki.
Great cut by Genki to be able to see what was in front of her, cut, get the ball, and finish at the rim.
Just a 2-point game. Brecky thought about it. Middleton with the mid-range 2. That's right in her wheelhouse. But a big stop for Green Bay. Now another chance for them to tie or take the lead. Middleton's got to be careful. Westing absorbed a couple of bumps, and now a foul is going to go against UIC and Middleton.
I've said it time and time again, she really loves defense. If you ask her, she absolutely loves defense. But she's got to be able to pull it back just a little bit, especially with the reaching. They've been calling that all game long. You don't want to get in foul trouble in the second half, especially because you need her on the court.
Green Bay, they almost do these de facto line changes. It's 3 in, 3 out. They have so much depth on this roster, so many players that get major minutes. It allows them to play faster, allows them to make a lot of substitutions. It also gives them fresh legs, more so than their opponents in their minds late in games. 15.5 minutes left to play. They're now by just a deuce. 9-5 start to the Phoenix here in this third quarter. Great backdoor cut, but McNeil couldn't hang on. It's a good find for Meyer. Bounce pass that just got a little bit too high up on the body of the intended target. And a foul down low will go against McNeil, who was trying to front Rimmer.
Rimmer is a difficult person to guard. I mean, she has sheer size, and she is incredibly strong. When she was at DePaul, it was actually her manager. And when I had to use the pad against her, let's just say it was a difficult day for me. But being able to get down low and post up is great for Rimmer, and hopefully she can finish at the rim.
Unfortunately, nobody else gets the benefit in game of having that big pad to body somebody back, right?
No. It was tough. I mean, it was a great workout for me, you know what I mean? But tough day as well.
Frau Garcia got cut off and stepped on the baseline. It's a turnover. Eric Freeman will come in, but this should be our media break, and it will. You can We've got a tight one here with 15 minutes to play between Green Bay and UIC. Two sides got it for win number one. Our earlier in-game trivia question, how many consecutive semesters has UIC Athletics achieved a department-wide GPA of 3.0 or higher? Well, you've waited, you've stayed tuned. We've got the answer. It is 20 if you were guessing and playing with us at home. If you weren't guessing and you knew that one, boy, kudos to you.
Putting the student and student athletes.
An academic achievement night, 20 years in a row with a 3.0 or higher. Geyer chance, tie things up. Can't get X. Good box shot from Kamari Rimmer. This game's kind of hanging in the balance right now. It's right on the edge. Could go either way. UIC has led almost the entire way. Over 20 minutes. Green Bay's had the lead for just 4 minutes and 16 seconds. And remember, they started the game up 8-0. Foul down low. That'll go against Scally Genke.
You can see Green Bay is going to try and crash down low, especially since McLeod has been utilized very well down there. There's not a lot of size to go up against her at this moment, so you want to see some substitutions. McLeod comes out, but they're going to try and crash down low and force UIC to still shoot from the perimeter.
Christina Elu driving, turning, spinning, and just a little bit too strong off the back heel. Natalie McNeil can really sky and just pluck that board out of the air. Green Bay, another key stop. UIC, for the first time in a long time, shooting below 50% now on the day. They're just about in a drought of 3 minutes without any kind of a point, and an untimely turnover for the Phoenix.
And that comes from a lot of pressure from the defense in UIC and not letting Green Bay get those easy buckets. They've been beat on the back door a couple of times, but they read that really well in the middle.
Mara Lesky with the full court press, bringing some high energy off the bench, especially into the second half where she's playing major minutes so far. Raul Garcia doing a whole lot of dribbling, almost turned that over. Maya Meyer just about had her hand in the passing lane. LU thought about it. Tries with the left hand, gets all the way in, around and out, stays right with it. It's LU again, and she'll head to the free throw line.
A great job by LU being able to stay with the play. She got into a very comfortable spot, just wasn't able to finish at the rim. But the ability to get her own rebound and get to the line, you want to see her finish on those ones. But again, she is so strong heading to the rim and has been a very key part coming off the bench as well.
For more than 60 years, the Peace Corps has celebrated the diversity of cultures around the world. They continue to build on their mission through their dedication of advancing equity and inclusion. To learn more about how you can join the Peace Corps, visit peacecorps.gov. Well, it's a possession that looked like it was going nowhere. For about 20 seconds, they didn't get it inside the three-point line, but a strong take from LU ends up splitting a pair at the free throw line. Now 2 for 3 tonight from the charity stripe. 3 for 4, rather. Up by 3, they get a turnover in the backcourt, and the bucket from Micaiah Williams. Full court press. Finally gets a steal. That's for the second time they've had a steal in about that same spot that's turned into an easy layup.
And that's exactly why they press the entirety of the game, because you get opportunities like that from the high-pressure defense that they play. And when you're this deep into the game, you're getting tired.
McNeil really starting to feel herself here at quarter number 3. She's got a trio of buckets already with still 3 minutes left. Williams tees it up again. Good job keeping that alive from Rimmer. Raul Garcia working that high-low game. Rimmer gets double-teamed. Fights right through it. Great ball movement. Williams driving, showcasing her strength, and she gets the runner.
That was a great move, the ability to tuck that ball away and get it off. Williams is a fantastic athlete.
Both these sides really starting to fight for every inch. Full court press. Hands and passing lanes. It's getting a whole lot more physical. We're seeing a lot of fouls. There's one on Eric Freeman. That's number 4 against UIC. Flames on the other side are already in the bonus. And now both teams in the bonus.
There's a lot of fight between both of these teams looking for their first win of the season. That means a lot to them, especially since they are both powerhouses within their own conferences respectively. So knowing that they're still battling just to get their first win, which is unlike both of these teams, they're fighting hard today.
Greenbay was 24-6 last year, 17-3 in the Horizon League. UIC 18-16 overall, 500, 10-10 in the Valley. They finished 7th in the regular season, picked 6th this year in the MVC. Very early on in the season, it's just week number 2, but this would be a big feather in their cap and a confidence builder with a non-conference, taking on a team that, for College Insider, is the number 10 ranked mid-major team in their top 25. And another and one, another classy finish from Micaiah Williams.
I mean, she has just been the absolute difference in this game. And you start to see yourself, look at that. I mean, the ability to fake, get to the rim, and get the finish, and now taking yourself to the line. She has been such a key component, especially after transferring from Marquette, which is such a powerhouse in women's basketball, and being able to transfer back home and showcase her skills at UIC. She has been huge.
It's the free throw. Other team in scoring last year was 14th in the Valley with 12.9 points per game. Hit double figures 25 times. Well, she is now at 20 points already today, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. The first to 20. That's 20 of the team's 56. Lead back up to 8. That will look like a foul away from the ball that'll go against Jada McLeod and will be free throws for Green Bay.
It's been tough down low the entirety of the game. You can just see the battle that has been tough. Looks like it just slipped a little bit, but again, going to get called on that.
Go-Go Squeeze is super excited to be sitting courtside with the athletes of UIC with a variety of deliciously fruity flavors. There's something for the whole Flames family to love. Go-Go Squeeze offers pouch options that are gluten-free, nut-free, dairy-free, as well as kosher certified. For active people, we made Go-Go Squeeze Active Fruit Blend with electrolytes, which helps replenish some of the essential minerals after exercise. Check out our whole line of pantry-friendly fruit and dairy products at most major retailers and online. So grab a Go-Go Squeeze and let's cheer on the Flames together. Let's go. 80 seconds left in this third quarter. Started strong for Green Bay. UIC starting to figure it out a little bit more, but this pressure is really paying dividends for Green Bay. Timeout before the turnover. A heavy call there from Ashley Bracey. 1:11 to go in quarter number 3 as we take a look at what is ahead for UIC. They have just about a week off before their next game, which is against Wisconsin. That game is on the road up in Madtown. Matchup versus Northern Illinois and DePaul, also two very local teams. Always thrilling matchups, especially when you get that DePaul side. Team you know a little bit about.
A little bit about. Crosstown rival. That would be a really good game. Test them a little bit. The next one against Wisconsin, that's going to be a really big test of what they can do this upcoming season.
Green Bay also sees DePaul in the near future, 8 days away from their date against the Blue Demons at the Crest Center up in Green Bay. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Both teams with exactly 13 points here in the third. Back to the line we go for Bailey Butler.
Butler has been a really big facilitator throughout this entire game, not only for her own teammates, but for herself as well. Now at the free throw line, being able to shoot a deuce. She's been big and key in this game as well, especially with all of her veteran leadership.
All of her points have come at the line. She is 5 of 6 now, has 6 assists though. That leads everybody. Butler does such a good job of being a quiet leader. Takes it off against the zone as that's kicked out. Green Bay 13 of 15 from the free throw line. Getting there actively over the last couple of quarters. Christian Young pulls it out. So many hands up. Green Bay with this zone. Playing well out. Shot clock is already under 5. Young skips it over. Zabrecki with the high arcing triple and gets it to fall.
A great response by UIC, who was definitely struggling against that zone, being able to get a shot off by Zabrecki and a 3 before the end of the half. the quarter.
A zone that worked tremendously. I mean, to a tee for about 28 seconds. Just a great kick and find for Kristen Young. Cassie Schlitz looking for her first field goal. Can't get it to go. It's the first quarter that ends without a buzzer beater. Last docket here at home for UIC. A couple of volleyball matches coming up on Friday and Saturday against Edwardsville and Indiana State. Men's hoops and women's hoops. Great to be back in the flow of college basketball season. Officially week number 2. Green Bay down by 7 in another precarious position, trailing late. And a turnover from Natalie McNeil on their opening possession of this fourth quarter.
That's the sort of defense you like to see from UIC, and that has been their overall identity. And then being able to get out in transition and try and create something on the other side.
Bailey Butler is 28 seconds into this fourth quarter. Picks up the first foul for either side. Back into that man defense. Young looking inside, trying to work it to Middleton. And kicked away by Butler.
This is very strong Green Bay defense. I mean, it's been very difficult for UIC to really get a find, and the clock has been dwindling down while they have been within this zone. But overall, Green Bay is just such a tough defensive team. And again, coming into these final minutes of the game, they're going to apply even more pressure. So you want to see how UIC responds.
Points in the paint a bit, just about even. That's a top interior pass from Williams, who turns it over. It's a jump ball, but it will actually stay here with the Flames. Offensive glass, UIC +5, 9-4, their advantage there. They've been crashing hard, keeping possessions alive. See what Middleton can conjure up here with the shot clock at 7. Trying to slither her way in for a layup. Can't connect. Stays right with it. Hits the deck. Keeps it alive. No travel. She got rid of it before she hit the floor.
Such a hustle play by Williams to just be able to get on the floor and keep it alive, especially in these final moments.
So they just picked up their 10th offensive rebound of the night. Williams with the behind-the-back dribble. That's nowhere close. Shot clock was winding down. Really had to get something up. And a strong possession in terms of a much-needed stop, even though they give up a couple of looks.
You want to see how UIC can respond to being uncomfortable. It's a very high pressure, more than they've seen the entirety of the game, but it goes back to that ball movement so they can't get caught in those traps down low.
These teams met in the middle of December last year up in Green Bay. Phoenix won that game by 9. They've won 28 straight against the Flames. It's a good turn and face for Maddie Schreiber, who hits. And their most dangerous weapon by far offensively. She's up to 17. Nobody else with more than 10, but Middleton with the quick answer. That's got to be frustrating for Kayla Karius' side. Work hard, get a good look at a nice hit on one end, and then it's just too easy for UIC.
Yeah, UIC has responded every time thus far, so you want to see how Green Bay can respond.
Kotrakowicz, boy, she has shown flashes of just tremendous footwork. The athleticism's there, and that was a soft finish, too.
Yeah, she was so strong down low, very powerful, and a great finish off the glass.
Middleton gets downhill, had to pick up her dribble. They reload it right back to her. Middleton posted up for really a third time in this possession, goes for the jumper, and she has figured it out. Into double figures with 10 points. She's 4 of 9.
It's great seeing Middleton be able to pull that off, because that's something that she said she wanted to work on this season, is being able to move down to the post and get some shots off, and what a beautiful finish.
Westing, that's tough. At a size disadvantage, but Kotrakowicz really starting to imprint a stamp on this game. Picks up the offensive rebound. What can Natalie McNeil do off the dribble here? Gets to the free throw line. Contested jumper off the mark. Created enough space to hit that shot.
You can just tell that she has been such a leader for the offense. Wasn't able to drop that shot, but overall you can tell she has a real command of the floor.
Christian Young gets the screen. Pulls it back. Zabrecki straight away. The rainbow triple around it out. And that's a late whistle and a foul. McLeod draws it. It'll go against Skadrakowicz.
Great job by McLeod trying to get position there, but Skadrakowicz a little bit of a push from behind. But that's been a battle between them the entirety of the game. You can see them getting flustered with each other. I mean, they're very strong post players, just trying to fight on those boards and get put back. But great job by staying into it.
Shot clock back up to 30. It's UIC's ball under the hoop. Sandra Garcia, the senior guard from Spain in year 2. After coming over from Casper College, will trigger the inbounds. Struggled to find anybody. That was almost 5 seconds. Middleton working on Kanke through the double. Zabrecki from distance, and she buries the 3. Lead up to 10.
I love how fired up Zabrecki is, and I love that she does not give up on that shot. She missed the last one in that same position, but again, throws another one up there, and a huge 3 for this game.
Her third triple. She's 3 of 5 on the swat on the other end from Micaiah Williams. UIC's got all the momentum now. And Kanke's going to pick up a reach-in foul. Zabrecki, 3 of her 4 field goals from distance. That's right on par for her. 90 of her 108 made field goals at UIC at Tariq today have been from distance. That's what she does, and she'll pull up from anywhere.
She was the team's top 3-point shooter for 2.
McLeod both have 10. In the foul trouble department, after Kanke just moments ago picked up the foul, that was number 4 for her. She is the only player sitting on 4 for either side, and she is not out there after that timeout. Rob Garcia cut off. That's good defense for Bailey Butler, trying to find somebody. Williams with the step back, crossover dribble, left it short.
Now you want to see what Green Bay can do on this offensive side. We're able to somewhat get a stop on the defensive side, but with the clock ticking down, you got to get something going.
Scoring drought of about 2.5 minutes now for the Phoenix. Every possession now magnified so greatly. McNeil back to Butler. Has a window. Too strong on the 3. Schreiber keeps it alive. Fight for the ball. Picked up by Skadrakowicz. Shot clock at 20. Big offensive rebound for Green Bay. Just their 6th of the night. Meyer tees up to 3. Well wide of the mark.
I said that was one of the keys to the game going into this matchup was their perimeter shooting, and it's something that hasn't fell for them that much in this final quarter at the very least. But when they are shooting hot from 3, it is a completely different ball game. But when you're not shooting well from 3, you got to get into the lane, but UIC is making it very difficult.
Shot clock at 5. Skadrakowicz gets ahead on that pass. 4.1 to go on the shot clock. McLeod will check in. Looks like Williams will come out. 4:30 left. UIC 10 of 18, shooting 56% from 3. One more made triple. They'll tie their high under Ashley Bracey. Inside they go. Rimmer gets a good look. And they get another offensive rebound. Boy, that's demoralizing.
Which has been absolutely crucial for them in this final quarter as well. And you could hear Coach Carr just yelling for them to grab those rebounds. But Green Bay, you need to grab those and get onto the other side to get past this UIC team.
McLeod lost it for his 2nd, but fouled from behind. Skadrakowicz will pick up her 4th. Her Aunt Kanke now 1 away from fouling out. Skadrakowicz actually fouled out last time out against Northern Iowa. It was her 13th foul in 3 games. River gets double-teamed. Bailey almost forced the turnover. Kanke with those 4 will check back in as Maya Meyer will catch a breather.
Green Bay, great with those active hands, and again, the traps have been very solid, but you want to see how they can respond offensively.
Easy look at the rim, but Rumor nowhere close, really, and compounds the issue with the foul. Boy, it's been very snap and start, especially here in the second half. 4 minutes left. It's a 10-point game. Take another look, and just a strong box out there from Jenna Geyer. Green Bay needs points, and they need them in a hurry. They're 0 for their last 5, scoring drought north of 4 minutes at crunch time here. Genke off the bench, good interior pass. Jenna Geyer left a little short, gets it right back, deflected pass, and McLeod comes away with it. Another turnover.
Coach Kari is looking for a foul call on that one, but on this side of the rim, it just hasn't really been falling for Green Bay. They have been getting some opportunities, but especially with those left-handed finishes, haven't been able to do it.
Middleton turns it right back over. That's turnover number 13 for UIC. Green Bay's got 14. Still full court pressing up 10. This is the identity of the Flames. They're going to make every foot difficult to get by. 3:20 left. UIC has lost 28 straight against Green Bay. Boy, what a win this could be for the first of the season. Geyer hands it off to McNeil. Schreiber triggers on the 3 and gets it to fall. Huge shot for the Phoenix. They're going to pause and look to see whether or not this is a 2 or a 3. It sounds like is the whistle with 3 to play. As it stands, that's a 3 for Maddie Schreiber. Would be her 4th make in 5 tries for distance. She's got 20 points, and boy, Khalil, I mean, without Schreiber, I don't know where Green Bay would be right now.
Yeah, I mean, she's been the key reason that they are still in this game.
They should have registered your decision at giftofhope.org. So with just about, I mean, you look with 3 minutes left, it's almost desperation time for Green Bay. They needed a big shot to go, and they get it through Maddie Schreiber, the senior from Appleton, Wisconsin. Second team All-Horizon League player last year. We'll look to go to her or McNeil, certainly down the stretch here. Middleton step back, elbow jumper. Well, short. Couple of stops in a row here for Green Bay.
You can see some frustration from Middleton after that one. But again, someone that is so key on this team and on this roster has got going a little bit in this game, but definitely has relied more heavily on others within this. But Green Bay, on the other hand, again, you stated it earlier, sort of desperation minutes and being able to create some opportunities.
Schreiber again, same spot, same result. Schreiber's keeping Green Bay right in it.
I mean, she is shooting lights out, and she's keeping them very close in this game.
5 of 6 from deep. She's got 23. That leads all scorers. It's a 4-point game. They had missed 6 straight shots, now back-to-back triples. UIC all of a sudden struggling on this end, and that's going to be a charge. Great defense, and who's on the deck? Of course it's Schreiber, doing it on both ends.
Schreiber's so key for this team. I mean, look at her being able to get in front of McLeod and McLeod is a big size, being able to get in front of her and take it, and something so powerful for this team that is keeping them going. 6-0
run in the last 60 seconds for Green Bay. UIC has it scored in 4.5 minutes now. Schreiber again. This time it's just her second miss, but it's kept alive by McNeil. They'll reload. Looking inside for Geyer. Gets that left hand and gets the bucket to go and the heart.
I mean, this can be the absolute difference in the game right here. I mean, the ability to get that hook off. And UIC getting in foul trouble again, but it's going to really hurt them at the end of this game. You don't want Green Bay getting to the line anymore. Too close to the game for that, but the resilience from Green Bay to fight through the end.
Green Bay hasn't led since the first quarter. They've got a chance to pull within 1. And they will. 9-0 spurt for the Phoenix. No points in the last 4:40 for the Flames. They have 3 turnovers over that stretch. Green Bay has really picked it up on both ends. This tenacious defense starting to showcase. Williams working on Geyer. And another turnover. Natalie McNeil trying to push the pace, splits the defense, gets the bucket and the foul. It's back-to-back and ones. Green Bay has their first lead since the opening quarter.
I mean, what a shift in momentum by Green Bay. I mean, her ability to just get up, keep the ball high, and finish at the rim. Another finish for Green Bay that is so key at the end of this game. I mean, look at the excitement from all of them. This is such a gritty team, and this is something that they've been fighting for in these past couple games, not going the way that they want, but coming to UIC and trying to keep that momentum and streak of winning alive.
McNeil hits her first free throw attempt of the night. She's got 13 points. It's right about at her season average. Green Bay up by 2. What a time for a 12-0 run. It's only taken a minute and 40 seconds. Possession arrow does favor Green Bay as well. The Flames trailing. They have been stuck in the mud on this end. Middleton, high-low game, had it batted right to her. Young can't go anywhere. Middleton from distance. Doesn't get the home roll. And a great rebound from McNeil. That's her 8th to go with 5 assists and those 13 points. She's doing it all again.
Green Bay's rushing UIC right now, and they can't respond, especially since all the momentum is going the Green Bay way. UIC needs to get out and get a defensive stop and try and create another opportunity on offense.
Geyer up top. Shot clock under 10. McNeil going to work. Penetrates the lane. Kicks it out. Schreiber with the long 2. 4-point lead. 14.
By UIC. I think they need to pull back out to the perimeter and see what they can make of it right now. Still a very close matchup, but you don't want to get stuck down low and get stripped.
The timeout advances the ball. Young, the veteran point guard. Quarterbacking this offense at crunch time. Middleton kicks it right back to her. Struggling to find anything. Young has it stripped away by Bailey. It's a jump ball, and it'll go over to the Phoenix. Bailey Butler putting it all on the line here.
So much fight from this team. I mean, the ability to just get on the floor and get a defensive stop. All the momentum is going Green Bay's way right now. You can just tell that this is a team that, frankly, wants it more. I mean, again, not their typical start to the season and getting their first road win. I mean, that's a very specific, that's a very standout win.
14-0 run for Green Bay. They're hoping to bookend this games with major runs, too. 8-0 to start. 14-0 at this moment. Between those two huge runs, really it was all UIC, but the Phoenix, they got to love where they're at right now. Up by 4. The foul would meet free throws. Butler gets it immediately, hacked by Sarah Zabrecki. Bailey Butler will head to the free throw line. Hadn't attempted a free throw in the first 2 games. She's 5 of 6 tonight, though. Last year, 84.6% from the charity stripe. This is exactly who they want here right now.
I mean, if you're UIC at this point, you're just scrambling to get a foul and stop the time on the clock. But these can be a real dagger for them as well if Butler is able to hit both of these with only 15 seconds left.
Positive spin here for UIC. They do have 2 timeouts left, and even a make here would keep it a 2-possession game, but it's going to be a mountain to climb. And a rare miss, and there's the quick timeout. 15.2 left. 5 points.
The final moments of this game, and we were able to get defensive stops and go create offense. It's going to be a very hard time to shift that momentum the UIC way. But the key here for UIC is being able to get those shots off quicker. They've been taking a lot of time off the clock, but there's no time to waste here.
Flames shooting just 27% in this fourth quarter. McLeod's got it, looking for somebody to cut off the ball. Williams takes it herself with the right hand. Boy, that would have been a huge and one. She'll go to the free throw line. Couldn't get the finish. Had a chance potentially to cut it back down to 2.
Williams does such a good job at getting herself to the rim, and she wanted to see that one fall. Again, if she can make these at the free throw line, it'll put them in a better position. But again, how does UIC respond to what Green Bay has given them now?
That puts an end to a 15-0 run. It took less than 3 minutes for Green Bay. Two big makes. It's back to a one-possession game. Green Bay having trailed by 11. They now lead by 3. What a time for their biggest run of the season. 15-0 spurt. The offense has been great, Kalia, but it really all started with the defense. They still haven't allowed a field goal in 6 minutes and 16 seconds.
Yeah, UIC has experienced some of these scoring droughts the entirety of the game, but that's really what's put them back because it's given Green Bay way too much time to get back into the game.
Boy, that was close. Genki with the inbound. It got tipped. Might have touched McNeil. Looked like it was bound for the sideline. Instead, we'll do it again. Slightly different spot. Just 6.5 to go. Genki will inbound again. Who's Green Bay really spreading out the floor. They will take 5 to go. Green Bay maintains possession. Remember, the Phoenix out of timeouts. UIC's got 1 left. They would love to force a turnover right here. Genki finds McNeil. A little tardy to foul there. 1.7 went off. And now they've got the ball in the hands of their best player. Horizon League Tournament MVP a year ago. First teamer in the Horizon League. It's up to Natalie McNeil with a chance to really seal UIC's fate tonight.
And McNeil has been such a spark offensively, not only the entire season, but in this second half of the game as well. Just so much floor command and the ability to get them back into this game, too.
She does everything well and everything efficiently. Sounds like in the offseason she worked a lot on her on-ball defending. Well, she's still got ice in her veins.
Game.
So neither team has a timeout left now. Zibreki at UIC. They need something and they need it in a hurry. She'll throw it all the way across. Good play for Williams. Gets an open look and cans the 3. UIC not done yet. Schreiber finds a wide open Geyer. They lost her in the middle of the court. Quick foul though. Boy, 2-point game. Another big connection from Williams, who's up to 25 points with her third 3 of the night.
Zibreki's ability to swing the ball all the way over for Williams, and such a crucial shot. But again, you send Green Bay back to the free throw line with only 1.2 seconds afterwards.
And UIC will have a chance. They don't have a timeout to advance the ball. A make here for the Phoenix and for Jenna Geyer. UIC could tie it and send it to overtime with a made 3. And there is the make. Green Bay will press. Christian Young to send us to overtime. So close.